So above 50 years they can take flu vaccine. Next, pneumococcal vaccine. So anybody knows about this pneumococcal vaccine? So same like flu is a virus, pneumococcus is a bacteria, so that will affect the lungs and can cause pneumococcal pneumonia. So that can be prevented by taking single one dose vaccine. Yeah, so these three vaccines are this flu and pneumococcal vaccine is there for 20 years almost. It's not like that new vaccine. The shingles vaccine is also there before. So these are safe vaccines. Above 50 years, irrespective of we have diabetes or anything, we can take.
हम हमेशा सुनते हैं, कई बार हमारे आगे ये बोलते हैं, हर जगह माँ का महिमा है, हम क्या है? तो आप वो हस्ती है, हम ये कहते हैं, जो बच्चों को हमेशा सुरक्षित फील करवाते हैं। और आज वही पिताओं का आदर सम्मान करने का हमें मौका मिला है। तो इस फादर्स डे पर आप सबको फिर से एक बारी बहुत बहुत दिल से मुबारक है, बधाई है और ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं हैं।
तेरे बाबा संसार मेरा, वो मेरे बाबा संसार मेरा।
ऑपरेशन के नंबर ले दो इसको।
Sunday Talk at Shanti Sarovar.
Our health talk on the topic precautions for rainy season infections, right? So we enjoy the monsoon, we enjoy the rainy season. How many of you like the rainy season? Not in Hyderabad. In general, because we know the condition, what happens when we, have the rainy season. But yes, we all like the rainy season after the summer, right? And the rain has started in Hyderabad now. But with this happiness, with the coolness, also comes some infectious diseases, right? Some viral fevers, cough and cold, many things. So for this, we have a talk today. So brother Dr. Ravi Teja is with us. So we would like to welcome him on the stage. Yes. So brother will tell us some few tips, healthy tips, and some precautionary tips that if we follow, we can prevent the infections, right? So Dr. Ravi Teja is MBBS, DNB General Medicines, FNB Infectious Diseases Consultant, and he is serving at KIMS Hospital as of now. So over to brother.
Thank you, sister. Good evening, all. So these just a few precautions that we must follow. Most of you must be knowing this, but just reiterating them so that we will not fall sick. That's a simple message. So this session will be interactive, otherwise it will be boring. Okay, so I will ask questions in between. We should answer. We will see. And so this is the routine scenario we see. Recently also we had. So it's a very common thing, the flooding of the roads. So it's very common. So this carries. So this is a common scenario, right? How many of you face this problem? Yes. So yeah, along with this flooding, rainwater, there is a risk of many infections also. That is the reason for this today's lecture. So what are the various monsoon illness that you know? Cold, fever, cough. No, problems. These are symptoms. Fever, cough are symptoms, but illness, typhoid, dengue, jaundice is a symptom. Like dengue, typhoid, flu, diarrhea. Yeah, so these are various illnesses: dengue fever, typhoid fever, flu, diarrhea. So yeah, these are the various illnesses that we suffer during monsoons. So dengue fever. One of you told dengue fever is a monsoon illness. How does one acquire dengue fever? Mosquito bite, yes. So, next, how does one acquire typhoid fever? Yeah, contaminated food and water. Yeah. How does one acquire flu? Yeah, it is a virus. Yeah, sneezing, coughing. Yeah, it spreads from one person to other person. So, like you said, dengue fever through mosquito bite, typhoid fever through contaminated food and water, and flu will spread from one person to other person. If other person is having flu, if we are very close by, he is sneezing or coughing, he did not follow respiratory precautions, that flu will catch me. So that is the thing. So next, what precautions or preventions generally you follow most often? Like for dengue fever, what do you do? For typhoid fever, what do you do? Drink warm water. It's not practically possible all the time, no sir. Papaya leaves, wonderful. Uh, for flu, avoid water logging for dengue. Yeah, so most of them know everything. Have come and so yeah. So depending on the illness, we should follow certain precautions to prevent those illnesses. Like dengue fever, it is spread through mosquito bites. So we should avoid mosquito bites. We should avoid mosquitoes in our home. Whenever you are traveling or going to a park, we should follow certain precautions to avoid bitten by a mosquito so that we will not develop dengue fever. Simple. Typhoid fever, you only said it is spread through contaminated food and water. So we have to avoid drinking contaminated water. We have to avoid eating contaminated food. That's all. Flu. So flu spreads from one person to other person. If any person has flu, he should follow all the precautions. Respiratory etiquette. We should wear mask. So certain precautions are there. I will tell in further slides. So if that person follows all the precautions, he will not spread to other person. That's all. So the simple measures we should follow, and there's something called adult vaccination. So anybody knows about this adult vaccines? Children we give vaccines. So there are children here also. So 100% everyone agree if children will get vaccines. Yeah. So for adults also there are vaccines. So how many people know this? Yeah. So yeah, COVID vaccine. Most of you, almost 100% of you have taken COVID vaccine, right? So there are many other vaccines for adults also, which will help us prevent certain infections. I will brief you in subsequent slides. So why do illnesses increase during monsoon season? So why these occur? This dengue fever, typhoid fever, flu fever. Why do they come more in monsoon? Why not in winter? Or why not in summer? Okay, stagnant water, moisture. One of you told immunity. Immunity is same, sir. Throughout the year, immunity is same, no? Mixing of water. Yeah, contamination of food and water. Sunlight deficiency. Yeah, in winter also sunlight is not there, no, madam. So mostly these are the water logging, stagnant water, which is a breeding ground for mosquitoes. So we see more mosquitoes after rainy season, right? So more mosquitoes, more the chance of mosquitoes carrying dengue virus, and the more chance of us being bitten by mosquito and we having the disease. So next, same contaminated food and water. More water logging, more flooding of roads, homes. So there is a chance of the food or water getting contaminated with this bacteria or viruses, and subsequently we getting the infections. So these are the most common things. Yes. So next, and respiratory infections like this flu, mostly the respiratory flu we call cold and cough fever, most common during rainy season. So next, what are common illness? So these are the various common illness. Most of you have told dengue fever, chikungunya fever also. How does chikungunya fever come? Mosquito bites, yes, same. Typhoid, we have told already, through contaminated food and water. Gastroenteritis, diarrhea, one of you told. Acute gastroenteritis presents with fever, vomiting and diarrhea. Flu, you have told, respiratory fevers, cough, cold. There are something called hepatitis A and D. Those viruses also come through contaminated food and water. Some fungal infections, skin infections also come through moisture, rain and all. So there are many, there are the minimum things which everyone will experience. Next, dengue fever. So it's a viral fever. Okay, you agree with that? Yes, so it is spread through mosquito bites. So we will just discuss the prevention things. Symptoms and signs, most of you know, fever, headache, body pains, high fever, it will come. So prevention, as one of you told, we should eliminate stagnant water. So water is the medium for mosquitoes to grow. So there should not be any stagnant water. And whenever there is huge mosquitoes are there, we have to use mosquito repellents. We have to wear full sleeve clothing when we are traveling or going to a park in the evening where there's increased chance of we getting bitten by mosquitoes. So we should wear full sleeve clothing, and we should use window screens and mosquito nets. So these are the basic precautions whenever this season where more mosquitoes chance is there. Okay, so this will help us preventing the mosquito bite, and subsequently we will not develop dengue fever. That's all. So that is simple thing. Next, gastroenteritis. So diarrhea, one of you told, like contaminated food and water will lead to this gastroenteritis, means presents with vomiting and diarrhea. So it is so this gastroenteritis can be caused by viruses or bacteria. There are many pathogens which will cause this problem. So how does one get this vomiting and diarrhea? Same, contaminated food and water. So symptoms, same, vomiting, persistent diarrhea. If it is severe, some people also experience fever. So those are symptoms. So prevention, same, we have to avoid contaminated food and water. How to avoid contaminated food and water? Carrying home food, water, home water, drinking boiled water. Okay, so simple things. So we should be very careful in what we consume outside, especially. So always we should take bottled water or filter water. That is the one simple message. And ORS, whenever we suffer with this diarrhea, we will be dehydrated, right? So we lose lot of water from our body. So we have to carry the ORS sachet. I will show you how to make simple ORS, and we have to follow hand hygiene. So the simple thing is this. Our hands also carry many germs. You agree? So you must have heard hand hygiene, hand rub you should use during COVID time, right? So this hand hygiene follows everywhere. So how does the contaminated food and water come into our body? Not only the food, our hands also carry many germs. So every time we consume food and water, our hands should be clean. That is a simple message. How to, like, hand hygiene? How, like, can you explain what is hand hygiene? When to do this hand hygiene? How frequently we should do? Before taking food, before cooking. Yeah, yes, ma'am. So that is a simple thing. Whenever we consume food or water, before or after, we should, whenever preparing the food also, when you are eating outside also, hand hygiene is very important. Whenever soap and water is available, we should use soap and water. If soap and water is not available, you should use a hand rub, which will help us clean all the germs. And the very important thing is this hand wash should be done for at least 20 seconds to clean all our germs on all our surface of the hands. So the germs will not be present only on the palms, it will be present on the back also. So we should wash thoroughly all the surface of the hands for 20 seconds. Okay, that is the thing. So this, how many of you know this electrol powder? Yeah, so this is a very cost effective simple electrol sachet we call, which is developed by World Health Organization, very cheap and very easily available. So this is called oral rehydration solution. It comes in a small packet. It is easily made by everyone. So if it comes as a small packet, it has some powder. We have to mix in 1 liter of clean water and consume whenever there is diarrhea, whenever we feel dehydrated. So this is the best solution. It carries all the electrolytes which we lose during dehydration, all the glucose which we lose during dehydration. This is easily available. So there are number of ORS drinks in the market, no? So among all the things, this is the very standard World Health Organization has given to us. It is very cheap and easily available. Everyone should carry this. Whenever everyone has diarrhea, easily we can prepare this solution at home and consume. Only one important point is this sachet should be mixed with 1 liter of water. It should not be mixed with 500 ml or 200 ml of water. It should be mixed with 1 liter of water, and we should consume over a period of time. Normal temperature water, normal clean water, home water, but 1 liter of water. That is important. If we mix with 500 ml, 200 ml, we will get more dehydrated. So it is prepared to mix with 1 liter only. So this everyone should carry this. Next, this is a solution for dehydration. So you have to mix this powder with 1 liter of clean water and consume. Next, typhoid fever, like we have told, it comes through contaminated food and water. So it's a bacterial illness. Typhoid fever is a bacteria. Symptoms same like any diarrhea, fever, headache, body pains. It presents the same. So how to prevent? The same principles for all the monsoon illnesses. For diarrhea, so this typhoid fever, same principles apply. Save food and water, hand hygiene, and there is typhoid vaccination also. Okay, for all the children, adolescents and adults, they can take typhoid vaccination. For children, they will give 100%, but adolescents and adults, we don't bother. So these preventive tips, if you follow, you can avoid. Next, flu and other respiratory viral illnesses, as you have discussed, it spreads from one person to other person through close contact. So symptoms, most of you know, fever, cough, running nose, headache, body pains. So most of you must have suffered from this. So how to prevent? Hand hygiene. So how does one person acquire flu? So if the neighboring person has flu, if he coughs or sneezes, if he doesn't follow respiratory etiquette, if he coughs, the viruses directly come into my body. Or if he sneezes into his hands directly, so the viruses particles will be there on hands. If you are handshaking or being in close contact, the viruses will reach our hands, and through hands, if we touch our face without hand hygiene, the viruses will enter. So that is a method of transmission, not only from the person to person, also through hands. So that is why hand hygiene is important. So not only following respiratory precautions like wearing mask, respiratory etiquette, I will tell what about respiratory etiquette. Hand hygiene is also important to prevent the flu. Respiratory etiquette should be followed, and flu is a very mild illness. So generally for healthy adults it will not cause any problem. It will resolve in a couple of days. For only elderly people. Sorry, sir. TB. TB is a very different topic, sir. We are discussing about monsoon illness. So TB is a different thing. Yes, I agree with you. TB also spreads through cough, mainly through cough. So flu is a mild illness. Most of them will recover within a couple of days. But elderly people above 50 years of age who are having diabetes or any medical condition, the flu will be severe. So for them, they have to take flu vaccine to prevent that severe illness. So this is one of the thing of respiratory etiquette. So we have to sneeze into, or if you have cough or sneezing, we have to sneeze into our elbow. We should not sneeze into our hands. So if you sneeze into or cough into our hands, what will happen? The germs will be on our hands only. And if we don't do hand hygiene, if we meet our friends or colleagues, the germs will pass on to his or her hand and he might acquire the flu. So that is the thing, we have to cough or sneeze into elbow. Or if you have tissue or any kerchief, we can use that and do the cough or sneeze, but don't cough into hands. Yeah, if you have any cloth or tissues, we can use that and discard, and we have to perform the hand hygiene for at least 20 seconds to make our hands clean. Okay, if soap and water is not available, we can use hand rub, sanitizer which will clean our hands. So hepatitis A and D, these are also viruses which transmit from food and water, contaminated food and water, and many fungal skin infections, because a lot of moisture will be there, our clothes will become wet, so it is a good medium for fungal infections to grow. So high humidity, wet clothes and footwear will increase the burden of skin infections. Prevention, we have to keep our skin dry, change wet clothes promptly, use cotton clothing whenever is possible. Yes, so these are all simple precautions which we follow. So whenever, what are the red flag symptoms? So some persons will develop severe diarrhea, severe vomiting with gastroenteritis. It may not resolve with ORS. So what to do? So some patients also develop fever. So if fever is lasting for more than 3 days, you have to consult your physician. If having persistent vomiting, not resolving, unable to drink or eat anything, so that is a red flag symptom. Persistent diarrhea, more than 1 day, multiple times of diarrhea, they will become more dehydrated. They will, if they also have vomiting, they can't drink ORS also, so they will become very weak. So at this time you have to consult your doctor. Severe abdominal pain also you have to consult. So one other thing is no over the counter antibiotics. So how many of you have taken antibiotic directly from a pharmacy? I have some running nose, cough and sore throat. I go to nearby Apollo pharmacy and ask the pharmacist to give any medicines. He will give some azithromycin along with other medicines. Yeah, that is a very dangerous practice. So we should not take over the counter antibiotics directly from the pharmacy. Sorry, that we cannot change that, sir. As a person, as an individual, we should not ask for antibiotics. Yeah, so yes, yeah, in foreign countries, there will not be any antibiotic given by pharmacist without doctor prescription, but not in our country. So how to bring change? We should be the change. We should not expect them to not give antibiotics. That will not happen. So we should not take antibiotics. Even if they give, we should tell them, does these medicines contain antibiotic? Don't give me antibiotic. Okay, so most of them will resolve. This diarrhea, sore throat, fever, most of them are viral illnesses. They will resolve in 2 or 3 days. We don't need antibiotics for them. So what will happen if we take antibiotics? Yeah, antibiotic resistance, natural immunity will go down. Yes, so if we take antibiotic, the antibiotic works against bacteria, so the healthy bacteria also will die. So if it is not indicated, we should not take antibiotics. So we should never purchase over the counter antibiotics. Next, prevention tips. So we all discussed this: personal hygiene, hand wash, hand hygiene, respiratory etiquette. Those include personal hygiene. Safe drinking water always. Even when we are traveling, we should be conscious to drink safe water. Safe food consumption. So what is safe food? So you will tell safe food, how to take safe food. Safe food means it should be readily cooked and it should be eaten readily. Whenever it is stored, it carries risk of contamination. So stored food, if you want to eat, we have to reheat it and eat. That is a simple thing. So outside food we don't know, pani puri, water. So we don't know how they have prepared the water. So we should be careful in those things. Sugarcane juice. I had a patient recently. After consuming sugarcane juice, she developed typhoid. So maybe the water had contaminated. So any cold items, including water, carries risk of contamination during monsoons. So we should be careful in what we consume. Readily cooked food, hot food should be taken. Heating food kills the germs. That's all. So whenever we heat, all the germs will be killed. Even if we eat, there will be no problem. If we eat cold food, bacteria might be there. Risk of contamination will be there. So only good point: hot food, readily cooked food. Okay. And save water. Mosquito control. So that we discussed. We should be careful, follow all the precautions, wear full sleeves, all those things. And like why we are discussing this, like flu is very common. I had some 5 times. So there are vulnerable groups, so like children, pregnant women, elderly, and patients with comorbids like diabetes, heart disease. They will develop severe illness. Simple diarrhea in a healthy patient, like 25-year-old patient, he will resolve, he will get better in a couple of days without doing anything. But suppose if the same diarrhea comes to a 60-year-old adult with diabetes, he will become more sick, no? You agree? Yeah, so that is the reason. So we have to be careful. And vaccination. So there there's a common vaccination that can be taken for all adults. So apart from flu, typhoid vaccine, have you heard? Have you heard about typhoid vaccine? Yeah, children must have got the typhoid vaccine. So for adolescents and adults also, typhoid vaccine can be taken. And what about elderly, above 50 years of age? What vaccines those patients can take above 50 years of age? Does anybody know? Flu. How many of you have taken flu vaccine? Above 50 years of age, how many of you have taken flu vaccine? Only one. How many of you are above 50 years? Yeah. So above 50 years, we generally recommend 3 vaccines. One is flu vaccine. So flu vaccine, why we have to take? It will prevent the respiratory flu, simple flu. And above 50 years of age, we are more prone for severe flu. It is only recommended for above 50 years. Below 50 years, because they will get better in a couple of days. They will not require any major support. But above 50 years, if they develop flu, they can develop serious flu. So above 50 years, they can take flu vaccine. Next, pneumococcal vaccine. So anybody knows about this pneumococcal vaccine? So same like flu is a virus, pneumococcus is a bacteria. So that will affect the lungs and can cause pneumococcal pneumonia. So that can be prevented by taking single one dose vaccine. and shingles. How many of you know about shingles? Shingles. Yeah. So shingles is also a viral illness. It is not monsoon illness, but it occurs in people above 50 years of age. So it will cause a lot of pain and on the body. So that can also be prevented by taking the shingles vaccine. So these are the only 3 vaccines above 50 years. It is recommended to prevent all those illnesses. So happy Yoga Day all. Thank you for your kind attention. So any questions, comments, I will be happy to answer. No, I'm not telling that is a cause, madam, but water contamination, we don't know, no. Yeah, water contamination can happen because it is outside, we don't know. So we have to be careful. Yeah, we should heat the food and eat. Microwave is also fine. Yes. No, that is the message. That sachet is prepared to mix in 1 liter only. That WHO ORS I'm speaking about. I'm not speaking about other things. That green sachet you see, that is prepared to mix with 1 liter only. Not less or not more also. Okay, the smaller sachets are also there. Yeah, that's fine. If we have to follow what is mentioned on the sachet. No, the concept of this, madam, is like above 50 years, there will be something called immunosenescence. So our immunity will be slowly coming down after 50 years. So for children, what we do, we vaccinate. So why we give vaccines to children? Yeah, children don't have immunity. Children don't have antibodies against all these diseases. That's why we give vaccines to children so that their immunity is boosted. It is same for adults above 50 years. So our life, whenever from birth to elderly, if you see, we vaccinate here in children. So their immunity will be 30 years, their immunity will be high. So once they cross 30, 40, 50 years, above 50 years, their immunity will be reducing. So that is the reason of vaccinating elderly above 50 years. So above 50 years, if you vaccinate, their immunity against those conditions will increase. Basic, mainly 3 only we vaccinate. Flu, which the elderly persons can have severe flu. Pneumococcal pneumonia, which the elderly person might have. And shingles, that's all. Only 3 vaccines. Yeah, so these 3 vaccines are this flu and pneumococcal vaccine is there for 20 years almost. It's not like that new vaccine. The shingles vaccine is also there before. So these are safe vaccines. Above 50 years, irrespective of we have diabetes or anything, we can take. There is no side effect or contraindication. The only message is above 50 years, as we immunity comes down, we should take, so that 10 years, 20 years, the immunity builds up and will not develop those conditions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, brother, for this wonderful talk. Did you get some useful tips? Some useful information? So let's again thank brother. So next, now what is next? Father's Day celebration. So how many of you are fathers sitting here? Very good. Okay. So see, fathers are our first heroes, silent supporters, and lifelong guides. Their values shape our character, their sacrifices build our future, and their blessings give us strength, right? So next, again, I would like to welcome Vishnupriya Behan to sing a song on Father's Day, and that song has been written here by one of the brothers, and the previous song also which you heard was also written. So here we have so many talented people. They write the songs, they sing the songs, they, the whole this tune also they have started making. So next, so let's welcome Sister Vishnupriya onto the stage.
ओम शांति। जो भी फादर्स बैठे हुए हैं उन सभी को बहुत बहुत फादर्स डे की मुबारक है। इस शरीर के फादर तो अलग है, हम सभी आत्माओं के पिता एक ही परम पिता परमात्मा है। इसके ऊपर ही एक गीत अभी बनाया गया है, हम सभी प्यार से सुनेंगे उस परमात्मा की याद में। लेकिन जब तक ये गीत बजेगा तब तक आप क्लैप्स कंटिन्यू करें, क्योंकि हमारे फादर्स के लिए और परमपिता परमात्मा के लिए भी। जिसके सर पे है छत्र पिता का, जिसके सर पे है छत्र पिता का, उस जीवन में सब कुछ मिला है। जिसके सर पे है छत्र पिता का, उस जीवन में सब कुछ मिला है। जिसके कंधे पे हाथ पिता का, उसके जीवन का बाग खिला है, उसके जीवन का बाग खिला है। वो मेरे बाबा संसार मेरा, वो मेरे बाबा संसार मेरा, मेरा ईश्वर वो ही उपहार मेरा, उपहार मेरा। वो मेरे बाबा संसार मेरा, मेरा ईश्वर वो ही उपहार मेरा। वो सदा ही मुझ पर है वारे, वो सदा ही मुझ पर है वारे। मेरे बाबा ही सच्चे सहारे, वो सदा ही मुझ पर है वारे। मेरे बाबा ही सच्चे सहारे। जिसके सर पे है छत्र पिता का, उस जीवन में सब कुछ मिला है। बनके हमदम मेरा जीवन को सवारे, बनके हमदम मेरा जीवन को सवारे। मेरा खिमैया बनकर लगाते हैं किनारे, लगाते हैं किनारे। बनके हमदम मेरा जीवन को सवारे, मेरा खिमैया बनकर लगाते हैं किनारे। मेरे जीवन से गम को भगाया, मेरे जीवन से गम को भगाया। मुझे पल पल में जिसने हंसाया, मेरे जीवन से गम को भगाया। मुझे पल पल में जिसने हंसाया। जिसके सर पे है छत्र पिता का, उस जीवन में सब कुछ मिला है। मेरी ख्वाहिश का वो सदा ही ध्यान रखता, मेरी ख्वाहिश का वो सदा ही ध्यान रखता, मेरी खुशी में भी वो सदा खुशहाल रहता, सदा खुशहाल रहता, मेरी ख्वाहिश का वो सदा ही ध्यान रखता, मेरी खुशी में भी वो सदा खुशहाल रहता। धूप में जैसे पेड़ की छाया, धूप में जैसे पेड़ की छाया, साथ रहता सदा बन के साया। धूप में जैसे पेड़ की छाया, साथ रहता सदा बन के साया। जिसके सर पे है छत्र पिता का, उस जीवन में सब कुछ मिला है। जिसके सर पे है छत्र पिता का, उस जीवन में सब कुछ मिला है, उस जीवन में सब कुछ मिला है। ओम शांति। थैंक यू सो मच। हम सभी मिलकर के 2 लाइन मिलके गाएंगे। कौन सा लाइन आपको ज़्यादा पसंद आया? फर्स्ट लाइन है ना, इसलिए फर्स्ट लाइन हम सभी मिलके गाएंगे। जिसके सर पे है छत्र पिता का, उसे जीवन में सब कुछ मिला है। ठीक है। जिसके सर पे है छत्र पिता का, जिसके सर पे है छत्र पिता का, उस जीवन में सब कुछ मिला है। सच में। फिर बीच बीच में क्यों मांगते रहते हैं परम पिता वो चाहिए, ये चाहिए, पापा वो चाहिए। इसलिए उस समय ये याद रखना, परमात्मा ऑलरेडी आपने सब कुछ दे दिया, पापा आपने सब कुछ दे दिया, मुझे और कुछ नहीं चाहिए, सिर्फ आप ही चाहिए। हाँ, फिर से। जिसके सर पे है छत्र पिता का, जिसके सर पे है छत्र पिता का, उस जीवन में सब कुछ मिला है, उस जीवन में सब कुछ मिला है, उस जीवन में सब कुछ मिला है। थैंक यू, थैंक यू।
Thank you so much, Vishnu Priya Bahan. You created a mood of celebration now, and we changed our mood from yoga, peacefulness to the celebration. So thank you very much. So now we will have some greetings on Father's Day by Komal sister. I would like to welcome her onto the stage with a round of applause. Sister Komal, she's practicing Rajoga meditation from many years, and she dedicated her life for the godly services. And she dedicated her life from last 25 years, and she's giving her services in Brahma Kumaris. Here in Shanti Sarovar, she's taking care of the administrative activities, and also she's the head of the Toli department. Toli is something, the prasad and sweets which we eat. So let's hear from Komal sister. Thank you.
तो सबसे पहले तो आप सभी को फादर्स डे की बहुत बहुत दिल से शुभकामनाएं हैं, मुबारक है। और अगर मैं कहूँ तो मुझे लगता है मदर्स के लिए बहुत कुछ लिखा गया है, कविता, कहानियाँ। मदर एक ऐसी हस्ती है जो जिक्र करना जानती है, जताना जानती है, मेरा लल्ला ये वो खाना बनाएगी। तो मदर्स के लिए बहुत कुछ लिखा हुआ है, लेकिन फादर के लिए ढूंढना पड़ता है। पर आज आप सब के लिए, आप फादर के लिए मैं दुनिया की एक सच्ची हकीकत आपके समक्ष रखना चाहती हूँ कि फादर एक वो हस्ती है मेरे हिसाब से जो एक पेड़ की तरह है। जैसे पेड़ के नीचे शीतलता अनुभव होता है, पेड़ के नीचे सुरक्षित भी हम महसूस करते, बहुत कुछ प्राप्ति होती है। वैसे जब पिता का साया बच्चे पर रहता है तो वह अपने आप को सुरक्षित अनुभव करता है। अगर मैं कहूँ तो पिता एक सूरज की तरह है, जलता है, तपता है तो उसकी तपत दिखाई देती, पर जब वो सूरज ढल जाता है तो अंधेरा हो जाता है। तो आप वो हस्ती है जो बच्चों के जीवन में प्रकाश लेके आते हैं। जेब खाली होती है, लेकिन मुझे जहाँ तक पता है पिता को ना कहना नहीं आता है, क्योंकि पिता दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा अमीर व्यक्ति है। कहीं से भी बच्चे के लिए कुछ भी प्राप्त कराता है, और ऐसे पिताओं के लिए क्या ही शब्द कहे। दुनिया के अंदर माँ की महिमा बहुत है। नदी को माँ की उपमा दी गई है। जैसे हम अगर कहें तो गंगा मैया कहते, यमुना, कृष्णा, कावेरी सब माँ है। हर एक नदी, नर्मदा, गोदावरी, हर एक नदी माँ के ऊपर है। भारत भी क्या है? माँ है। लेकिन एक सबसे बड़ी नदी, वो कौन सी है? कौन सी है? ब्रह्मपुत्रा, जो पिता का यादगार है, और वो अविरत बहती रहती है, जो सागर में जाकर के वो परम पिता से मिलती है। तो हम हमेशा सुनते हैं, कई बार हमारे आगे ये बोलते हैं, हर जगह माँ का महिमा है, हम क्या है? तो आप वो हस्ती है, हम ये कहते हैं, जो बच्चों को हमेशा सुरक्षित फील करवाते हैं। और आज वही पिताओं का आदर सम्मान करने का हमें मौका मिला है। तो इस फादर्स डे पर आप सबको फिर से एक बारी बहुत बहुत दिल से मुबारक है, बधाई है और ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं हैं। अभी आप फादर है, आपके आगे आपके बच्चे सुरक्षित अनुभव करते। वैसे हम सबके फादर कौन है? सुप्रीम सोल, परम पिता परमात्मा। वो क्या कहते हैं? तुम मेरा ध्यान करो, मैं तुम्हारा ध्यान रखूंगा। तो बस हमें क्या करना है? उस फादर को अपने दिल में बिठाना है। बाकी सब हम उस पर छोड़ दे तो क्या होता है? वो हमारा ध्यान रखता ही है। तो उस फादर को भी हम क्या कहेंगे? ढेर सारी शुभकामनाएं देंगे कि हम सबके परम पिता परमात्मा, जिन्होंने हमें अपना बनाया है, वो परमात्मा के हम बच्चे हैं, कि जिन्हों की छत्र छाया में हम पल रहे हैं। और अहो सौभाग्य हमारा है कि उस परम पिता परमात्मा, उस सुप्रीम फादर के साथ आज हम फादर्स डे मना रहे हैं। तो अभी केक कटिंग भी होगा, और आप सबके लिए एक बहुत सरप्राइजिंग गिफ्ट है, स्पेशल आप फादर के लिए। तो वो भी नेक्स्ट कार्यक्रम में हम देखेंगे। लेकिन 2 मिनट हम मेडिटेशन करेंगे, है ना। उस परम पिता परमात्मा को दिल से शुक्रिया करेंगे, याद करेंगे, क्योंकि वही फादर है जो हमारी नींव को मजबूत बनाता है। तो सीधे होके बैठ जाएंगे। एक 2 मिनट्स साइलेंस में मन और बुद्धि बल से देखिए अपने आप को कि इस शरीर में ये 2 भ्रकुटी के बीच मध्य में विराजमान मैं एक शक्तिशाली आत्मा हूँ। मैं आत्मा, सुप्रीम सोल, परमात्मा पिता की संतान हूँ। मैं बहुत भाग्यशाली हूँ जो ईश्वर का सानिध्य मुझे प्राप्त हुआ है। प्रभु की छत्र छाया में मैं सुरक्षित, स्वस्थ और अपने आप को सफलता से संपन्न अनुभव करती हूँ। हे प्रभु, आपको दिल से धन्यवाद है कि आप मेरे वो पिता हैं जो हमेशा मेरा ध्यान रखते हैं। आपको दिल से धन्यवाद। हमेशा आपका साथ और वरदानी हाथ मेरे सिर पर रहेगा। मैं अपने आप को भाग्यवान अनुभव करती हूँ कि आपके सानिध्य में मेरे संबंध शक्तिशाली है, मधुरता संपन्न है। मेरे कर्म दुआएं कमाने वाले हैं, क्योंकि मेरे मन की डोर आपके हाथ में है। ओम शांति। तो रोज एक बारी, आज रात को भी सोने से पहले और हर दिन रात को सोने से पहले दिन की शुरुआत में आंखें खुलते ही एक बारी वो प्रभु पिता से भी हम गुड मॉर्निंग भी करेंगे और गुड नाइट भी करेंगे। तो हमारा दिन की शुरुआत अच्छी होगी और नींद की प्रॉब्लम हमेशा के लिए सॉल्व हो जाएगी। जिसको है ना नींद नहीं आती है, क्योंकि बच्चा जब बाप की गोद में या माँ की गोद में जाता है ना तो सुकून की नींद सोता है। तो उसी संकल्प के साथ ईश्वर को फिर से हम क्या कहेंगे, हैप्पी फादर्स डे।
Thank you, Komal Ben, for the greetings and also the meditation experience. So, thank you. And now, let's move on to our celebration, and we will have the cake cutting. And before that, we have a team from Joy Alukas. Team we have with us, and they had this idea that they wanted to celebrate Father's Day with all of us, with the Shanti Sarovar team and Sunday Evening Talk team. And so they have come up with some idea, and you will get some chit. You all will get one chit. You have to write your name, and if you're comfortable, you can write your phone number also. And then we will have a lucky draw. Okay, so the 3 people who will get this lucky draw, they will get some prizes. So our volunteers are there, and you can write your names. After that, we will have the cake cutting celebration.
इस पर आपको अपना नाम लिखना है। नाम और मोबाइल नंबर अगर दे सकते हैं तो लिख दीजिए।
Are you all ready? Do you think your name will come? How many of you think that your chit will be picked up? So now our cake is here. Are you all ready? So this is specially for the Father's Day. So all the fathers, let's just cheer up. वंशी भाई आप भी स्टेज पर।
అందరూ టైం సెకండ్స్లోనూ మినిట్స్లోనూ కొలుస్తారు. నేను మా నాన్న గుండె చప్పటితో కొలుస్తాను. ఈ ఆపరేషన్కి మిమ్మల్ని ఎందుకు సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నాను?
So you all will get the cake here. Let's wait for your turn. thank you very much. Now it's the time for the lucky draw. And just to announce that in the end we will have a group photo also, and the three lucky people will get the prizes, but there is something for all of you. You will also get something, so don't get disappointed. Okay, so now let's do this. Pehle first, okay. So the first name is
Redippa Reddy Janga.
very good. So this brother actually comes for almost every Sunday evening talk. So he is getting that reward, you know. So now the second one.
Wajida Sayyed. It is written BHEL.
Very good. So on Father's Day, we have got one sister.
Is it your first time here? Last 4 weeks.
Okay, that is the consistency, and the reward is for that, you know. Now the last one.
Harvinder Kaur. Please come, ma'am.
Oh, very nice.
It's Father Day, but mothers are still the winners.
That's what I was about to say. Even on Father's Day, mothers are ahead. You know?
और बाकी सब फादर्स के लिए पेन है. हाँ, ज्ञान दान और गुणदान करो
सबके लिए.
सबके लिए.
अभी देना?
अभी आप
Okay, you all can come one by one, because we will have the group photo also after that here.